What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Pwcc is scamming again. They are back at it. So not too long ago, if you do not know, Pwcc is a major trading card and sports card selling company who sells through consignment, and they sell a lot of major high-end items as well. They were kicked off of eBay not too long ago for allegedly shill bidding on their own auction. So instead of righting their wrong, they're deciding to go down the path of continuing to make these same mistakes. Now, a lot of people during the eBay debacle tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. They went ahead and pivoted instead of righting their wrongs, and they tried to open their own grading service where they would team up with CGC, and they would go ahead and make it where they could streamline this process. But after something like this, honestly, I would just protect myself. I will never, ever myself ever deal with Pwcc again, and I would never trust this company again. I do not think that you can dig yourself out of this one. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what they did. It's pretty major, right? So they did sell a fake Expedition base set Pokemon booster box. That is huge, right? So that is like a $22,000 booster box for Pokemon. And in the past, there was a lot of resale booster boxes. I know a lot of you probably have seen the ones that were sold to Logan Paul, and the case was resealed, right? So of course, a lot of these wrappers do not look that good. A lot of people can shrink wrap a booster box. And if you do not know, there's also shrink wrap that can be bought for booster boxes off of Etsy, but they do not look that good. So let's go ahead and get into it and take a look at what was sold on Pwcc. So right here, we are looking at the sold listings. This is a sold listing for a 2002 Pokemon Expedition booster box that was sealed. And if you notice, this is a very clean Wizards of the Coast, a Pwcc shrink wrap right here. So this is an official shrink wrap. It is very tight. It is not messed up whatsoever, and it's sold for $21,600. So quite a large amount. And that is something that you have to be very careful of, because a lot of these vintage boxes, while some of them you can noticeably tell they have an issue with them. I mean, when you have something like this where you have an actual Pwcc shrink wrap over it, it's because somebody would take it from an old Magic the Gathering booster box and they would use that official shrink wrap to put it right over this Pokemon vintage booster box. So it does look legitimate. There's also lots of flaws like what Rattle pointed out about this box, so which you have to be very cautious of. Now, looking at this is the video straight from Pwcc talking about this booster box right before it sold very recently. So go ahead and take a look at this video. This is one of the sales reps talking about this box and the authenticity of it.
Ultra popular, scarce, and attractive wax product from the Wizards of the Coast Pokemon product, 2002. This is the Expedition booster box. Just a scarcely seen and very popular issue. See the overall aesthetics. I'd like to show the seal to make, attest to the authenticity of the product.
Now, you notice he said he wants to test the authenticity of the product. And this is just a very clean looking box. Let's go ahead and just finish looking at it real quick.
You can see everything appears to be as the manufacturer has, issued, and the seals appear totally genuine. We have a very minor bend in this upper left corner, you can see, but, nothing too egregious, just a nice, tight, well-preserved, minimally circulated example of one of the more important Pokemon wax products in the world.
So after seeing this, it's just crazy to think that we can trust anyone to try to authenticate any sort of high-end product like this, because he goes around and he says, look, this is very tight. It's a very clean wrapper. There's a dent right here on the corner of this box, but obviously there's no kind of issues with the wrapping. So that is the first major red flag. So moving over, we're going to take a look at Rattle's video this just recently released, and this is talking about Team Rocket's vault. This is their Whatnot video, actually showing them opening the booster box on their Whatnot channel. So they bought this directly from Pwcc. You can also check them out. I will link the video in the description below so you can watch it firsthand yourself and know who is the person who actually bought this box. So let's go ahead and take a short look at Rattle talking about this, as well as the video opening this booster box. Now, this is the exact booster box you just saw in Pwcc's video with its shrink wrap, talking about how clean and authentic it was.
All right, let's take a look at the Team Rocket's vault. This is on their YouTube channel. If you want to check that out in its entirety, we're just going to take a look at opening the box here.
came from a big company in Pokemon. Do you want PSA or BGS, TN, for the box topper? Oh, let's hope it's real, baby!
That yelling is cringe.
BGS, I got you, dude. I'm using my horrible knife
If anyone has information, by the way, on the origin of this box, please let me know.
tonight, so I don't know what happened to my little one. You know, I always lose my knives. Let's get into this. I don't have any blisters in the building. They are on the way, though. Now, this is going to be a little weird, the way this design is on this top. I don't want to ruin the washi wrap. I want to keep it on there. The moment of truth! Ah! Yeah, wish me good luck.
Such an expensive box. We already know what we're about to see. This is crazy.
It is the free alligator! It is the free alligator box topper going to BGS. It looks good. Woo! It's pretty, dude. The thing is pretty. Put that in team bag, please.
Scammers are getting really good at this. We noticed that they put an official box topper in there. They put an official box topper in this box. But what you're going to see next is just mind-blowing.
Which one? There's a what? No! No! It does have a little edge right there. It does have a little edge. But still, with a dip, BGS is going to grade it higher than PSA. No! All right, let's make sure real quick.
You guys notice anything yet?
Chat. No! No!
Bro, he got Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is inside of this Pokemon Expedition box. Not only did they put cheap booster packs, they put really cheap, low-end, modern booster packs. I mean, they weren't G.I. Joe, but they did put these inside of this Pokemon Expedition booster box.
Oh! Chat, this box came from Pwcc. This box came from Pwcc. Pwcc.
Yeah, that's just crazy. So, I mean, to go ahead and wrap the video up, right? So Pwcc, this is not the first time. This is not the second time. This will not be the last time. That's exactly what we saw with Logan Paul, right? So when you have someone who tries to authenticate a product, but no one can really do that, right? It's getting to a point where you have to open a vintage box to really authenticate a product. And you have a person, a massive multi-million-dollar company who tries to put their name on something. And honestly, it doesn't even seem like they care. They don't even put the effort to really try and authenticate something. And all they do is backtrack. And, you know, the first time I tried to go ahead and just give them the benefit and say, you know what, they had a great service. They pivoted to their auction house, but they never cleared their name. And now they're selling major fake product for like $22,000. Now, I'm sure they're going to go ahead and rectify their wrongs by trying to pay this person back. But now it's national, right? It's worldwide. Like anybody can watch this. And you already know Rattle is going to get tons and tons of views about this. So be very cautious out there. Be very careful of where you're buying your product, because if you're buying it from a certain place where you cannot get a refund, you can really get ripped off. There's a lot of red flags about these boxes. Some of the stuff, just to wrap it up, that Rattle talked about was that if there's some damage underneath the shrink wrap to the box and you don't see anything wrong with the wrapper, then it's probably a red flag, right? Not to say dirt can't get on a box when it's in the factory, but if you have some serious dings, some serious dents, if you have a long time where this box has just got dirty underneath the wrapper and the wrapper looks pristine, there might be a red flag right there, right? And there are some bad shrink wraps from Etsy, like I mentioned, but there's also some really good ones now, and fakes are getting really hard to discern if they're real or not. So be very careful out there. Let me know what y'all think about this. Go ahead and watch the Rattle video. I will link that in the description below. This video was just mind-blowing. I hope this never happens to me. I hope it never happens to one of y'all. And I'll be back soon with another video, and I'll see y'all later. Out.